Scaling your Amazon business into six-figure territory might be scary, but don't worry. Today, I'm going to share with you my experience and my step-by-step guide how to grow your business to £50,000 a month. Stay tuned. If you don't know, my name is Thomas Parkinson, and quite simply, I've been selling on Amazon now for 4 years. And right now, I'm on a mission to do £1 million by the end of 2021. Have a look up there. You can see my whole journey where I document it, and it's really, really important if you are looking to grow your business as well. But hey, enough about me. Let's get into the content today. Okay, first things first, I just want to give you a bit more of a detailed rundown of who I am and how my journey's been to this point today, and obviously where I'm coming from to share this. Number two, I'm going to talk about a previous video that I've done about getting to your first £2,000 profit. Why? Because this is important to help you. Number three is going to be my step-by-step guide getting to £50,000 of revenue per month. And then number four, I'm going to share some top tips and tricks that are just going to really help you out. Okay, first things first, number one, why am I sharing this and how do I know what I'm doing? Well, quite simply, I just want to put it out there, I'm not an expert, I don't know the answers. I'm presenting this video to you to say, this is how I would go about it again if I was to do that same journey again. Now, quite simply, as I said before, I've been selling on Amazon for 4 years and I've learned a lot, but also as well, I've done a lot wrong. So if you are looking to maybe recreate the steps that I've done, this is how I'd recommend doing it now that I've been through, if you say, the way I've done it and said, I wouldn't do that, I would do it slightly differently. So this is that coming from that position. Now, I would also add in there as well the fact that I'm learning from my experience, but also as well through FastTrackFBA, I've networked, I've supported, and I've learned so much from other amazing Amazon sellers that I've seen how they've done it as well, and I've learned a thing or two. So I've kind of amalgamated that into this video as well. But also, though, I think it's really important just to clearly state where I am right now. If you look at that £1 million video that I shared earlier, well, quite simply, just looking back over the Q4 last period, I appreciate it's Q4, what I'll do is I'll put a screen share of the final quarter results. Over that quarter, basically we thought initially we budgeted, so we planned to do £139,000 in revenue, but we actually achieved £209,000 in revenue over that month, or over that quarter, sorry. Now, quite simply, that breaks down to about £70,000 in revenue per month. Now, I don't just talk about revenue, I also talk about profits, and of that money, £209,000, we basically netted out to an average take-home profit, or an average profit of about £4,700. So that's what I'm looking at. That's where I was in Q4 last year, about £70,000 revenue, making about £5,000 net profit on average across the course of that quarter. So that's where my experience comes from, and hence why today I'm putting this together to hopefully support you. Okay, so second thing you want to talk about, if you are just starting on Amazon, maybe you're looking at £50,000 a month, that's where you want to get to. Great, honestly, aim big, but don't go for this video straight away. What I'd really recommend is watching another video I've done, and I'll drop a link up here to how to make your first £2,000 profit. Why? Because that's about getting you from zero to £2,000 profit, revenue-wise, probably about 15 to 18,000 a month. And then once you're there, then it's about scaling from about 15 up to 50. That's where a lot of the people get to. They can do 15, but going up to the next level becomes really hard. That's where this video comes in. So if you haven't got to 15 or £2,000 profit a month yet, get that video and then come back and watch this one. Now, a quick question for you guys before I jump into the actual step-by-step guide. What I'm really interested to know is how much revenue are you guys all doing per month? You know, my God, right now, I think we talked about 70 over Q4. Are you beating 70, or even just starting out? Are you doing 5, even a couple of thousand? It's amazing. We're all on our own personal journeys. Let me know in the comments down below. I just want to get a feel for where everyone is. What I'm going to do now is go through step-by-step how I think you can get to £50,000 per month, and how I would structure it if I was doing it again. What I'll do is I'll do an overlay on the screen just to help guide you through this process. So let's jump through it now. Okay, first things first, getting to £2,000 profit per month you can do on your own. And don't get me wrong, you can actually get to £50,000 of sales per month on your own as well. But I just think it's going to be really, really hard work. And you know what? This isn't what I want to be. I want to build a business that will get to 50 and then it will scale up beyond that. But scaling on your own above £50,000 a month is going to be super, super hard. That is why I really, really recommend building a team. Now, quite simply, in my business, the way we structure my business is very simple, and it is exactly the same structure as this. We have one purchasing manager, 4 sourcing assistants, and 1 admin VA. That just allows the business to run, and it allows me to get out of my business and start working on it, not in it. Now, quite simply, let's just talk about numbers going to £50,000. Well, for each sourcing VA, what you're going to be looking at? Well, quite simply, we've done the maths, and here's what you're going to be needing to do. For every sourcing VA you get, you're going to be looking for them to find you enough deals that you can spend £5,333 on deals every single month. Now, taking the analogy of buying something for £10, selling it for £20, i.e. doubling the price, that 5,333 is roughly going to equal about £10,000 in sales. Now, this is working on the estimation of a 30% ROI. So for you guys thinking about 30% ROI, spending £5,333 per month per VA on the deals that they find. Now, this should net you out £1,600 gross profit, minus off about £400 for the cost of the VA. That's going to generate you £1,200 worth of net profit from that VA. Just keep that in mind. That's per sourcing VA. That's what you're going to be looking for. We've got 4 sourcing VAs and 1 purchasing manager. What does this mean? Well, each sourcing VA is going to generate you £10,000 revenue per month, and the purchasing manager is going to do reorders, about £10,000 a month as well. Now, that is going to be quite simply adding up to 5 VAs generating you £50,000 per month. Very, very simple to make that £50,000 a month. But again, I come back to the point, it's about having a team. Having a team to do this is super key. You can do it on your own, but you're going to struggle to scale much bigger. So quite simply, hire VAs, have a team, make it work. Now, one thing which I'm going to really add in here, and I'm talking from experience from my own business, pretty much 70 to 80% of all the orders we make every single week are from replenishable items. So building a replenishable list, Mr. Luke Dugan does it amazingly, is super key to scaling your business. Now, the VAs are going to help you source some new deals, but also as well, recheck old deals, rechecking the replenishable list, getting those products back into stock, because they are the bread and butter. They make you the money in your business. Now, they will also help source for the purchasing manager to reorder those products, but just keep that in mind. Now, one thing you do want to do is create rewards, incentives to support your team, and we really recommend this. In my business, for example, we're talking now about VAs making £1,600 worth of profit per month, but quite simply, my team, after a couple of months and a lot of support, they are now way exceeding this, and I mean multiples of that per month. And as a result, what you want to do is create incentive schemes that create a win-win. It wins for the company, making profit, but also the VA gets rewarded as well. So in the FastTrackFBA VA Academy, we've got some great incentive schemes that we share with our clients about how we do that. Now, top tip for you guys, managing teams can be hard work, and I really, really stress communication, communication, communication. And when you think you've communicated enough, you probably haven't. Communicate some more. That is why I recommend having structured meetings with your team, and this is what I do in my business. Quite simply, we meet as a team once a week that's going to really support their growth and development and keeping us all aligned on the same goals. In that meeting, we're pretty much going to update the team on their results and where they're at right now, and also their targets. Now, if the team members are failing to meet their targets, we're not going to fire them, we're going to support them. We're going to encourage them to get better, and we're going to try and understand where they're going wrong and get them to improve. And then the final thing we're going to do as a whole business, we're going to create a planner which is going to support us towards getting to our goals. This is going to have a monthly goal, it's going to break it down by spend targets, it's going to break it down by revenue estimations, and then even profits. And what we can do is we can adjust those targets based on every season that we're going through. I do it in my £1 million videos. I broke it down month by month, and that has been fundamental for us as a business achieving results and growing. Now, the next thing I'd really, really recommend for you is when you start getting up into serious purchasing, i.e. £50,000 per month in sales, you're going to be buying a lot of stock. It's a great, great opportunity to maximize cashback. Now, some cashback providers such as Complete Savings are going to allow you to 10%, some of them a lot less, but using those cashback providers, Complete Savings, Top Cashback, Quidco, Delivery Deals, they're really going to help you out getting the most of that extra money that you're making now that you're spending a lot of money buying stock. Right, now one question you might be asking is, how long is it going to take me to get to 50,000 in revenue? I want to be doing that much. Well, quite simply, I think if you work super hard and you know what you're doing, I think you can do it in 6 months. It does take time. This is a marathon, not a sprint. But I think realistically, if you're going to do it, aim for about a year. If you can get yourself from, should we say, 15 up to 50,000 a year, that's going to be a good time frame to work from. And I think also as well, it's going to be a realistic expectation. But the other thing I will say is that you want to get to the 50,000 and then keep growing. So remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. You're not looking to get to the 50,000 and then stop. No, this is a long-term game plan. This is a long-term business. Treat it as such. Don't cut corners. Get it right. Spend the quality time with the team. Build the right processes in. Build the right systems and build a great business. That's what we like to hear. Okay, top tips for scaling to £50,000. What are they and how can I help you? Well, quite simply, I talked about it within the video. Get a team. Like, you can do this on your own. I'll never deny that. And people have done it. I've seen it time and time again. But quite simply, I don't think it's the best way to do it. I think hiring a team is the most important thing. Now, when hiring a team, you can do it yourself. You can go onto onlinejobs.ph and hire yourself. But you know what? It's a whole new skill set you've got to learn. I just don't think it's where you should be spending your time. Your business is where you should be spending your time. Use a service like the FastTrackFBA VA Academy. This is a service that I created whereby we hire and train and support you with manual sourcing VAs in your business. Quite simply, we have had customers time and time again come back to us, not just once, but multiple times, to hire more than one VA to support them in growing their Amazon business, doing exactly what you are listening about now, £50,000 a month and above. We literally find the best candidates, we interview, we write the contracts, we train them, we support them in your business for 12 weeks, and we help you as well through coaching calls, group coaching calls, and our MBA workbook to really just make sure you know exactly what you're doing to get results. At the end of the day, it's the results that matter. And in FastTrackFBA, we've got a history of doing that. Just last month, we had about 35 clients that we hired VAs for and supported them in their business. So you can really understand that we know what we're doing and use some professionals like us. Now, another one is some people are like, I want to do this on my own. I don't want to pay for a course. I don't want to do anything. And that's fine. If you've got lots of time, you can do it. But one thing I will say is that people do offer courses in this. They do offer the ability to do it. And actually, it can be a really advantageous system. It's going to help you get to the results quicker. And at the end of the day, what do we want? We want results. So whether it be using a service like the VA Academy or even buying a course, it can just fast track your experience, fast track your learning, and get you to where you need to be first. Obviously, do get feedback from other users, get feedback from people who've used it before. Always make sure that you're buying a good investment and it's going to add some real value to your business. And then the final top tip I will leave with you, quite simply, reinvest, reinvest, reinvest. I know you're making big money. I know you're making that $2,000 a month and you want to keep going, but you want to pay yourself. But the more you take out of your business to pay yourself, the slower your growth will be. The more you can keep in, the quicker that growth is going to be. And you know what? Holding off for maybe a 1, 2, 3 months longer, it's just going to make such a difference to getting to that target goal, maybe 50,000 for you. So reinvest, reinvest, reinvest. Now, what I will say is hopefully you liked that video. If you have, give me a big thumbs up. And what I'll say is if you want to see more videos like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But if you want to see my own personal journey and how I've documented it, all my costs and my profits, be sure to check out a video around here of my update on the £1 million journey. You can see that and see how I'm getting on in my journey as well. But for me, Thomas Parkinson and FastTrackFBA, thank you very much.